Hello, everybody. Can you guys hear me? Happy Sunday. Sunday. Oh, I see me. And I remembered to mute my iPad this time. How is everybody? It's Sunday. Oh, I gotta scroll down. How is everybody? Everybody good? I don't have a ton of stuff to talk about, so you guys better have some stuff to ask or talk about or make me talk about because I don't have a long list. Because when I do, we don't go over it. We talk about something else. Oh my goodness. So I did the drawing for the giveaway. I'm going to show the giveaway clip thing while everybody comes in here in a minute. And I'm going to announce who won out of the Patreons and the channel members. I am feeling better, guys. Thanks for asking. These storms finally pushed on through. These tropical storms, hurricanes. Like, I'm nowhere near the coast. I'm in Tennessee, but boy, they made their way over here with the storms. It killed. I had a migraine for 2 days. And I can function. I don't get like sick to my stomach or anything with a migraine, but I cannot see. My eyes will get really, really puffy, and I'm absolutely useless. Do y'all have cookout where you live? Do y'all have cookout? I found it in North Carolina, and then when I moved to Tennessee, they built one over here. You guys, the milkshakes. They only have watermelon milkshakes during August. And so it's just vanilla soft serve and chunks of watermelon. It's not a flavor. It's not completely pulverized. It's still kind of chunky. You could eat it with a spoon, and they're about to go away. This is the only one I've had all year. They have other seasonal stuff too. They've got like eggnog and all this other mess. They've got like 30-something milkshake flavors. They're my favorite. They're so good. So good. No cookout there, huh? Yeah, they're moving. Like, they're spreading across from the East Coast. I had never seen one. And then they built one when we were stationed at Seymour Johnson in Goldsboro. And they built one probably a year after we got there. And I was addicted. Go get me a BLT and a milkshake, and I was good to go. The boys love it. It doesn't taste like fast food, even though that's what it is. It tastes like you went to a cookout. Like, they grill the stuff outside. The hot dogs are grilled. The hamburgers are grilled. The chicken is grilled. It's so good. They have really good chili cheese fries, too. I know I'm going to make myself hungry. And I can't have any of that. I'm not supposed to have that, but I had to get one before the summer was over. So what are you guys up to? I figure we'll talk about the Mercedes Lain. If you haven't seen the video I put out this morning, after this, go check it out. We'll talk about that a little bit. I had done an entire video on the two little boys that were on the Amber Alert, Manson and Arson, and was doing the last edit, the closing screen stuff, and then it popped up that the Amber Alert had been canceled, and I was like, okay. Don't get me wrong, I was happy the Amber Alert got canceled. But I usually, unless it's I don't know how to word it, but like if an Amber Alert is like really bad or multi-state, I'll do a video on it as soon as I get it if somebody sends it to me. Or 24 hours. If it's still active after 24 hours, then I'll do it. And so that one had been the one in Utah that went to the Amber Alert went out over Oregon and Washington and then Nevada. There's still, unless you guys have seen something today, there's not a ton of information about what happened. I never did see anything about the mom or how they were taken. And I don't think the oldest little boy was was his. I could be wrong, but from what I had found when I was digging, I don't. The one was the only kid of his that I saw. So he had a protective order. He wasn't. This was not a custody thing. He was not supposed to have contact with his son. There was a protective order in place. Can you guys hear me? Okay, I moved my microphone and adjusted some stuff. Well, it's officially fall. I broke out my pillow, my blue truck with the pumpkin pillow. I'm in such a fall mood today. Yep, hear me just fine. Cool. I'm ready for fall. I'm over this hot weather. Over it. I want to break out orange, a burnt orange, red, everything. Mustard yellow. I'm ready. I'm ready. Okay, I'm going to show you guys the giveaway thing, and I'm going to announce that before I forget. I know how I am. Hold on a second. And I will get that going because I know who won. I know who won. All right, here we go. Yay! Now I gotta switch this sucker over. I'm so not good at this yet. Alrighty. So I drew it right before we went live. We got over the amount of people, which was really cool. So the winner of the giveaway is Sandy Lee. And I know how to get a hold of you. You are in Discord. You are everywhere. You're in Patreon. You're a channel member. So I will get with you after this and get an address and get that out of here this week. Congratulations. I hope you love it. Gonna get that out of here. That giveaway was going for a little while. I don't know, 6 weeks, a month, something around in there. Yay, Sandy Lee. I've already got stuff for the next giveaway. I don't know what I'm going to do, like the reason to have a giveaway, but I've already got the next giveaway. I got a perfume that I'm going to give away. I can't get my back comfortable. My husband keeps messaging me TikToks. He knows I'm in here doing a live stream. He has been a turkey this week. Do y'all have that husband? I have one of those. He works 4 days on and 4 days off. And he has been in Discord telling all of the mods terrible jokes all week. And right now he is messaging me, even though he knows I'm doing a live stream. And I figure one of the kids will walk in here in a minute and tell me something about dinner that I don't need to know. Y'all know how they are. Oh my goodness. So what do you guys want to talk about? I haven't kept up with a ton of Summer Wells this week. I know everybody's still talking about Summer Wells. Stop telling jokes. He's not sending me jokes. He's sending me TikTok videos now like a teenager. That's what he does. That's his love language. Goofy videos. That's what he does. That's how I know that he still loves me. He sends me a ton of messages. I did see I don't even know how you describe that weird Speedway search video about Summer. I watched it earlier this morning. Not a clue who they are. Don't know about the channel, how credible it is. It was pretty crazy though. If you go out searching for missing people and come across evidence, don't touch it, people. If you legitimately think that it's tied to a case, don't pick it up. geotag it or something. Set your little I parked here on your phone and call the police and have them come out and get it. Don't touch it. It's not going to do them a bit of good if you start messing with stuff and moving it around and all that mess. I don't know how credible that video is. It was in the county over, like 35 minutes away. I don't know why they went to search there. Does anybody know why they decided to go next to a speedway? I'd be kind. I hope you're feeling better too. You are having a rough week. Yeah, they're the ones that found tape, zip ties, some kind of toy, I think. You think they manufactured it for the show? Well, I remember when the West boys first were reported missing. I'm not even going to say when they went missing because I don't think those 2 days are anywhere near each other. There were a lot of random people doing searches, and they were like, we're looking for stuff, and then they were touching crap too. Ooh, what is this? And I was like, that is not how you need to do a search. Not that I'm a professional, but if you think you have found evidence in a missing kid case, call it in. There's nothing in the Summer Wells case. I think Dawn has probably done more interviews that I haven't watched. Y'all know, like I've already said, I didn't think he was involved. Like when this happened, when it first kicked off, the more he talks, the worse he looks. I know Chris from the interview room is going to do a live like 2 hours after mine started. It's kind of weird. I always go check and see what he does. It's usually, he's the Sunday person that's always around whenever I was going to stream. So I always try to make it not so you guys can go see it because I want to watch it too. I always watch Chris's The Interview Room. All of his stuff is interesting. Dawn's going to do another one today, Algo says. They really should. No. What are you guys thinking? I guess I'll do my 1, 2, 3 thing. Do y'all think the parents involved put a 1 in at this point? I don't even know what I think anymore, you guys. I don't. That case has gone 50 shades of stupid. We're in the Chris Watts realm of crazy, if you ask me. Most adults know better. I'm surprised. You know, I think what surprises me the most is that their lawyer is not telling them to shut up. Shut up. Do not talk anymore. Do not pass go. Shut directly up. This is not doing them any good. Like to be accused of something and then to get on there. And I'm not even saying I blame them for that. That would be rough. Like if you're innocent, it would be hard to see a lot of people think that you're doing stuff or accuse you of stuff and not feel the need to explain it, whatever. So that's not. They do have a lawyer. They have a lawyer representing them because of the case with the boys. So maybe the lawyer isn't talking to them, isn't advising them with Summer, which I can't imagine, but here or there, it's crazy. It's like it's not looking good anymore. Do y'all know? I know they were talking about Dave Rader. I heard some rumors swirling they were going to come back down and search again. Have you guys heard? Has that been scheduled? Or know when that's happening or whatever? Well, a bunch of you, I guess y'all do not think the parents are involved. That's not a lot of ones. So do you think it's a stranger abduction? Put a 2 in there. Do y'all think it's a strange, like just an abduction? You know, who said that? Yeah, Miss Wee Lassie, I'm with you. Maybe he is just trying to keep it in the media, but unfortunately, he needs to quit putting his face on camera. Maybe he needs to put a picture of Summer up, refuse to answer questions about crap he did 30 years ago, 40 years ago at this point. I don't know. It's not doing him any good. The accusations from uh, his teenage years are not doing him any favors, whether they're related to Summer's disappearance or not. Um, it needs to be about Summer. And that's kind of why I quit covering it. It doesn't seem to be about Summer anymore. It seems to be about Dawn. Maybe two and a half. Huh? Okay. Well, there's more twos than there are ones. Yeah, I'm hoping Summer will be found soon too. And the other little boy out in Idaho, the one that they call Monkey, Michael Vaughn, that one is another one that's just going too long. I don't know. I don't know about that one. It's what we're heading into week 4. I think Tuesday is. Oh, didn't he go missing on a Tuesday, or was that just Summer? I think he went missing on a Tuesday. This is week 4 for Michael Vaughn, and the only news that I've seen is they haven't found him, and they called in the card team, the FBI card team, child abduction rapid deployment team. I always get asked what that means. They didn't call them until week 3, and I'm like, what is the FBI behind? 3 weeks into a missing kid for an abduction team is not good, isn't it? Like the chances go through the floor after 8 hours. I mean, 24 hours. It's the chance of finding them alive is pretty slim, unless it's a family member or something that abducted them. I don't know. So if you don't think the parents are involved and you don't think it's an abduction, what are you guys thinking about it? Are you over it? Like, I just wish something, like, not that the investigators owe me any kind of explanation, but I wish some kind of factual anything would come out. It might kill down some of the rumor, speculation, mess, you know? It's a revenge kidnapping. I tell you what, they want to interview. If y'all YouTubers want to interview somebody, find Grandma. That's what I want to see. Find Grandma. I mean, I guess they know what Grandma is. I just mean I'd like to see her do an interview. That might clear up a little bit of crazy because you've got Candace talking about what happened that day, and you've got Dawn, who supposedly wasn't there. So Grandma would be another person that was at least there. I don't have any idea anymore either. Be kind. Not a bit. No Amber Alert until 11 the next day. You think somebody local might have him? I don't know what to think. I mean, there's not a ton of information out about Michael's disappearance either. But I'm telling you, they keep snatching up these 5-year-old, blonde-headed, blue-eyed kids. It's awful right now. It seems like there's a lot of Amber Alerts lately. You're at a loss now with what happened. Too much rumor. Yep, Mike, I agree. It's hard to shift through it. And I don't know that YouTubers interviewing these people over and over and over again is helping. Not that I think they're being malicious, but man alive, there's a ton. I can't keep up with it. You could have a channel that's all they talked about, and by the looks of it, there are that's all they did was watch interviews of Dawn over and over and over again. Lots of there are rumors of drug deals going on there. Do you mean with Michael Flame Lily? Oh, I mean, I know there's rumors of drug deals going on with Summer. There's rumors of everything about Summer. I don't think she wants to interview. I don't either, but I don't want my kid missing either. So it's kind of why? At this point, why? Being quiet's not helping, is it? Dawn loves it. You think so? Woman of Steel. Isabel Legault. Hello, Isabel. I've seen you posting on my channel lately. Thanks for all the new people. I've gotten a ton of subscribers lately. Yeah, parents have to attach their kids. There are two types of people in the world. When my boys were little, let's see, my kids are a year and a half to 2 years apart. So I had 3 kids in car seats under the age of 4. It was a fun time. And when my husband was deployed, I lived in another state, really like 12 hours away from any of our family. And so I was a single mom, which was rough to go grocery shopping. They didn't used to deliver groceries just that far back ago. And I had you remember the little backpacks for the kids? One of them had a dog, one of them had a monkey, and I think the other one, was it an alligator or something? It was green. Oh, it was a frog. And it like buckled up here at the top and it had like a leash thing. It was stuffed. And they could put stuff in the backpack, so I just told them they were backpacks. There's 2 types of people. They'll stop and ask you where you got that, or they will think, oh my God, call CPS. And the second group probably hasn't had kids. You know that saying, the perfect parent hasn't had kids yet. Yeah, that was a lot. There's hardly any reports on Michael. I know, I haven't seen anything. But the one thing that I'll give them in Summer's case and Michael's case, that community cares. They have come out and searched and searched and searched and searched. Like if you watch the videos, it looks like the community members are actually running the searches. You'll see a cop every once in a while, like in the background, kind of whatever. But it seems to be more community led than law enforcement led. Woman is still used to leash. Yep. But we would go to like air shows on base or the fair, anything like that. And it only takes a second, especially a kid that age, when they like to do the whole hide go seek thing. Oh my God, there is nothing like that terror when your kid has hidden in the clothes rack in a store and they don't want to tell you where they are because find me. That is terrifying. I don't know I can't imagine my life if I had a missing child for 4 weeks, 2 months. I can't. I don't know how I would function. I don't think you could function. You would have used a leash. We used to have this system. We were something else. I would get the kids out of the car one at a time, and we had a hands on the car thing. They had to keep their hand on the car until we got the cart, and then it was hands on the cart. Elijah was always in the cart, and then Xander and Noah would be on each side, and they had to hold the cart the whole time. Had to have hands on the cart or hands on the car. But they were pretty well behaved kids, so yeah, I can't imagine. Thanks, Rosie. How cute. I'm watching my super stickers today. That one is cute. I'm so lucky to have Rosie around. Everybody needs a Rosie in their life. Yeah, I don't know what I would do. But anyway, back to Michael. The only reports I've seen is that they haven't found him. I've only seen the one press conference, and I've been looking. Have you guys seen something that I haven't seen? I know the people in town that own businesses like restaurants and stuff were shutting down and putting on their signage, whatever, that they were out looking for Michael and like contact information, and that they would open another time. And that's saying something in this economy. After the year that we've had to voluntarily shut down a business that's probably just now getting back on its feet to go look for a little boy that they probably don't even know. That's pretty amazing. That's weird and as much bad news as you see in the world going on. It's nice to see something like that because there are still good people out there, you know? That's always a good thing. There's still good people out there. Boy, this week has been crazy at my house. We are a military family. My husband is retired. He did 15 years in the Air Force and got medically retired. But this business in Afghanistan has tore me up this week. Tore me up. And it did not help that I was in bed with a migraine because I lay there and listened to it for way too long. It tore me up, though. I can't imagine. You've seen kids hiding from their parents in shops by climbing behind the packs. Oh my gosh. And stacking them in front of themselves. Oh, no, my kids would not clean that mess up. I'm telling you now. Yeah. But, I mean, there's still, is there, other than the little Speedway video, is there anybody searching for Summer now? Like, there's nobody, is there? There hasn't been, they still don't want the public to do it. But I haven't seen any official searches either. Have you guys? I haven't heard anything. I kind of thought we might hear something because we're past the 2-month mark. Forensic stuff should be back. I kind of thought we would know something about Summer at this point. Anything, even if it's just to rule something out, you know? Nothing's been ruled out. But it just makes it, if there were charges in the case, I think at this point there would be a gag order. And I kind of wish they would do a self-imposed gag order at this point. You haven't gotten any notifications about Summer this week. Yep. I'm wondering about the phone data too. Phone data, the car data. That's a relatively new Subaru. I know that those track. So, you know, alibi verification. Was Dawn at work? Was Dawn not at work? Was Dawn at work half the day? Was he at home? Anything? Well, the phone data should at least be usable even if it got spotty, as long as he was talking on the phone. Like, he was talking to Candace on Messenger, and plus he was coming from a different part of town that should have been fine, cell coverage wise. And as long as he was on the phone, it should have been tracking, you know what I mean? So they should have a ping where he was when he called 911 or the sheriff's department or whoever it was he called. I don't even know. Did he call 911 or just the police department? They should at least know where he was when he called, which way he was going as he talked to them. And a time, they could release a time. That would be good. You think their silence, they know exactly what happened. They're gathering what they need to prosecute. Yeah. I mean, you know, I felt the same way with Suzanne Morphew, and it was a year. And I think we all knew Barry was guilty as homemade sin real quick. Real quick. Oh, White Noise Op-Ed. Thanks for joining the members thing. How are you? You're going to be at 1,000 subscribers soon. I saw your parody video. That was freaking hilarious about peeing my pants. Just glad I wasn't in it. I'll be honest. I'm glad I wasn't in it. My goodness. I'm asking all the questions here. If you guys have questions for me, I'll answer those too. Are they going to keep it all secret? I have no idea. I wish they would release something, you know, anything. 26 seconds into the investigation. Yeah. And that preliminary is starting back up this week, isn't it, Algo? Barry Morphew's prelim isn't day 3 and 4 this week. Oh, that is awful, isn't it? What's coming out of the Barry Morphew discovery? Tranquilizer cap. Oh, he was dumping stuff everywhere. You know, I think they really thought if they told people that Suzanne was having this long-term relationship, it was going to make her look bad. But I think it might have made people support her more, that she had found some happiness in all this mess. It's so sad to see somebody fight cancer and beat it, and then have some jackass like that take you out when you still got kids. I can't imagine being his kids. I can't even. I can't even. Which, you know, Lori and Chad, the Daybell case, I can't imagine being. I'll just call them Tammy's kids. I'm not even going to insult them that way. I don't know how they feel about their dad at this point, but I can't imagine being Tammy's kids in this situation. They've made some stupid comments, stuff that I don't agree with, but I've never been in their shoes, so I don't know. I don't think I would have said some of those things. I'd like to think I wouldn't. But, yep, you finally caught alive with me. We've got some Daybell stuff coming up soon. What, the 30th? I'll be interested to see if we're going to talk about if Lori's competent or not. Get that train moving again. Crazy ain't even the word for it. I don't even know what to think about that anymore, guys. I'll talk about it a little bit, but I'm shocked that Mark Means is not off this case yet. I'm shocked. I'm shocked above shocked. You already know the information that I've talked about was sent in advance of it being talked about, and the first round we did not get a response. The second round we did get a response from Rob Wood. He acknowledged that he received it and it was being investigated, and we were not the only ones that had sent that in. Well, probably we were the only ones that sent that specific thing in, or that set of stuff. But they said there was plenty of people saying the same things. I saw Lori Hillis and Laura Mathias on Web Sleuth this week, and I guess they were talking about the screenshots that we had on here last week. I can't believe that was just a week ago. That seems pretty crazy. And those are not even everything. Like, there have been a ton of people reach out to me since I left that channel, and have confirmed a lot of the same things. People that I didn't know. I do want to talk about something. Got K was on here when they were her screenshots. That's why we talked about them, because although I've seen other people's stuff, they weren't here to talk about it themselves. So I'm not going to put anybody else's business out on here. I'm not a screenshot person. I don't have any. And to be honest, when I talk to Awen, it was usually in voice chat. It wasn't. She didn't email me. We didn't text message, that kind of stuff. Very, very little. And but anyway, some people were saying, very few, that I should be weary of Got K and was she in on it and this whole thing? And something y'all don't, the images were cropped to keep other people out of the conversations and that kind of stuff. Information that has not been made public was edited out of screenshots too, just for the integrity of the case. Don't know if they're true or not. I don't want to be the one that puts something like that out there, especially if it will hurt the family. And the thing that you guys don't know is when the screenshots were taken, they weren't taken as those things happened. Those were taken before Got K left. And because I had already come out at that point and said it. And so she went back and took screenshots of certain things. And they were hers, those were conversations that she had. So I absolutely trust Got K. I know when the screenshots were taken. I know why they were taken. And I trust her absolutely. And the other part about trusting people, if you're not being shady, you don't have anything to hide. And I don't. I make videos and I don't care if the family sees them. I mean, I have there's been a ton of my videos that family members of the victims or people in the videos have reached out to me afterwards. I mean, I just don't put stuff out that I care that people know. Most of my conversations are very open. I don't send bad emails and stuff like that. So I don't worry about having to trust people in my Discord or stuff like that. I absolutely trust Got K. Let's see. I think Tammy's kids might feel the same way. Yeah. Yep. Hello, Lori Jo Carol. You're late, but it's okay. It's just Sunday. We're just yakking. Yeah. I'm with you, Miss Wee Lassie. No kid wants to think that their parent could do something like that. And I'd say even looking at the evidence, they're going to have a hard time believing that their parent would do that. You know what I mean? So, Got K is fine. Yeah, she is fine. She's great. She is great. So, what else do y'all want to talk about? Or do you want to ask stuff? We could talk about summer. We haven't talked about Mercedes yet. We can talk about Daybells. We can talk about whatever. We can talk about whatever y'all want to. I think you'll want to steal. Oh, I was going to show you guys the Hunt a Killer commercial one more time because the turnaround on those subscription boxes is super fast. Let me tell you some junk. Y'all know I was the first one to order that box because obviously I started it. There were people in Sweden and Australia that got their boxes before I did. And they shipped out of Maryland, both of them. I don't know what the heck kind of voodoo that is. But we got the boxes. I've had it for 3 days now. Today's the 22nd. I got it on the 19th. I ordered it on the 13th. So we still have a little bit of time left if you are a channel member or a Patreon or want to become one and order the box to play the game with us. I have a discount code. It should be in the description box. I think you get $10 off your first order, your first box. So it's $20. They ship to everywhere. It seems like I haven't seen anybody say that it doesn't ship to them. And I got my box, and I will show it to you guys in a minute. I told my kid, will you open the box for me? This is what happens when you have a teenager. Do you see that? Probably not. He couldn't even cut the tape. Just completely ripped it like a dog. But it's cool. It comes on this little like blood splattered cardboard box, not too big, about the size of a manila folder. Oh, what am I being tagged in? Oh, thank you, Kathy. I'm not proud of me. I wish it hadn't happened. I wish there had been something I could do where that situation hadn't happened or didn't go on, didn't go to where it went. And again, I'm not accusing Mark Means of doing anything. I have no idea. All I know is the information that we had. And so far, everything that has come out has checked out. So if, I don't know that it's Mark Means, but somebody's getting information out if it's not. And so let's show you what's in the box. Actually, I'm going to show you the little commercial thing first so y'all even know what I'm talking about. And then we will do that. 30 seconds, guys. Ready? Here we go. Oh, wait. Did I turn the sound on? Can you guys even hear that? I think probably not. Let me see. Hold on. Okay. I don't think I did that right. Share screen. Chrome tab. Share audio. I'm going to get this before you know it. Here you go.
Toys in here.
Oh, there's a light.
I like that we have a map.
Oh, a compass.
You know what's cooler? Like in a couple.
This is like very realistic.
You could like actually use this stuff.
This is probably the suspects.
Why
Why is it so cold down here?
This is like those chainsaw movies.
Compared to other like mystery boxes, you actually have the clues that you need here, and it is very detailed.
It's a game with souvenirs.
Yay. Okay, I can close that one.
What's up, guys?
No.
Stacey, Ellie.
Take that off. Oh, nope, not my display name. I will get this one of these days. Okay, guys, so this is what's in the box. It comes with a really cool folder that's packed full of stuff. It's sealed. I have not opened one yet. It comes with a card that kind of tells you other stuff that they sell. Like, you don't have to buy the subscription box. You can buy like each, they call them episodes. So it looks like they do 2 a year if you're on the subscription thing, but you can buy all 6 months at one time. And so you can play, like if you're playing with a big group of people, you have the whole thing, and they say it's good for like a night, like a 6 to 8 hour kind of deal with a large group, or a group anyway. And it kind of shows you what's in the little packages, some social media junk. You get a pin, a Hunter Killer pin. And then this little sucker is a postcard, and it has a QR code on the back, and it has those little things at the bottom are silver scratchy things. So they're kind of like the answers for each box. You're getting to a certain point in the crime. And so if you're stuck, you can do that. But this thing also gives you hints. There's a ton of stuff that you can do online. There's websites and stuff that are tied to each one of these folders of cases. There are websites, text messages that you get, all kinds of crazy stuff. But I guess you fill this out. You can go check in on your account, and there's a list of everything in the box. So you make sure you have everything before you start putting everything together. But you go put in like the answer or answer some questions. I don't know because I haven't done it yet, but from what I can tell, that's what happens. And it unlocks the next phase. And if you decide to do this, like not with us, but later on or with your family or whatever, you can, if you solved it, instead of waiting a full month, you can go ahead and click send next box, which is kind of cool. Oh, I'm stuck on the thing. I'm not scrolling. So I'm going to open this. We're probably going to do this in groups of 5 to 7, depending on what's going on. I'm not going to play the game. I'm going to facilitate it. So even if we have 2 or 3 groups, I will be in all the groups. We're going to divide up and do them on different days and different times. So people that are in different time zones will absolutely do one my daytime. So Euro people should be good with that. We'll do one weekend and one weekday. I think we're going to have 2 groups by the looks of it. I know some people haven't checked in. They said they were buying the box, but they haven't checked in yet. See what's in this envelope. Try not to lose anything. I'm obviously not going to read it. If you got your box, don't cheat. I just want to show you guys. It has like a playbill kind of thing. And this is cards, like cardboard, cardstock, whatever. From the Cadence Theater, The Strange Duo, I guess is the name of the show. And it's cast and crew. There's pictures in it. Like everything in this seems to be really high quality. And that's a comment that I keep seeing from people that are reviewing it. There's a lot of information in here. I have no idea what it's used for as far as like in the game. I'll go back and read comments here in a minute. This is official documents. It's like a little mini folder and it is sealed, so I'm not going to open that. I'm sure this is like witness statements, police reports kind of thing, I'm going to guess. That kind of thing. Here is a handwritten letter. And it's on like nice paper. And it's really pretty. Whoop. Can y'all see that? It's in pretty. Y'all better know how to read cursive. Can you believe they don't teach cursive in public school anymore? I homeschooled my kids for most of their lives. So they learned how to do cursive. But that's the thing. People don't read cursive anymore or teach cursive. And here's a letter. And it's on really nice paper. And it's written and signed and dated. And like I said, I'm not reading any of this beforehand. Here's some more written documents. Like evidence kind of papers. Somebody's probably detective notes kind of thing. Here's a notebook. Whoop. Cadence Theater. This is like a little journal, like a notebook. So you can keep up with all of, well, there's writing in the first half of it. And then the back half, it looks like it's just notebook paper for you to keep your own notes in. So that's cool. You get a little book to keep all your stuff in. I don't know if you get a new one every box or you should keep up with that one. Let's see what else is in here. So far, nothing little has fallen out. Uh-oh, this is by Gray Investigations. I don't think it's Gray Hughes, but it's another heavy cardstock topped letter. Here's, I think these are the actual directions, which are pretty neat. Oh, I want my earbud. I think there's something little in the bottom of this envelope. It's a cuff link. It's a real cuff link. Maybe when you finish this, you get the other half and can give it to somebody. I don't know. Or just hold on to it. It's like a pyramid kind of thing. I don't even know what that's supposed to be. Oh, look at my nails, guys. Chelsea sent me a Tom Ford nail polish. Okay. And I had to paint my nails. I had to cut them off. I cut like half of them off last night. I didn't used to be able to keep really long nails, but I'm on so many dang vitamins. My nails are really hard. And so now I'm having to cut them down to get to that point where you're just like, if that rips, if I catch that on something, that is going to hurt. The name of the nail polish is Effing Fabulous, but it says the word, but you know, family friendly. monetized. So that's what's in the box, you guys. So I'm going to give it about a week or so, probably. We're going to start. If you ordered this box, come to Discord and tell me, or write it on my community page. I would suggest you get a Discord, because we have a channel just for that. And we're going to get either on StreamYards or Google Meet or something like that. And we're all going to play. And it's going to be super fun. And if it's one of these things where you're like, well, I'm a channel member or a Patreon, but I don't know that I want to order the box, but I want to watch, just let me know. And then maybe you can join us next month. If you just want to watch, that's fine too. Just let me know. But I'm going to put a thing out, put some feelers out for what days and times you guys are interested in. So I'm super excited for that. Super, super excited. What do y'all think? Do y'all think that's fun? I tried to do something, find something I could do with the channel members and Patreon that's not super secret, case information, or content that, true crime content that everybody else wasn't able to see or whatever. You know what I mean? I tried to find something fun. Okay, so let's see what these comments are. Give me a second, guys. Your brain is still recovering from surgery. Okay. Somebody didn't only tell Got K, but also others. Yeah, a lot of others, as I'm coming to find out. A lot of others. Peggy got it to work. I'm not sure what she got to work, but she said she got logged in, so I'm good. Do we know who Got K is? Yeah, I know who Got K is. Most people here know who Got K is. I'm not going to say her name. Like, if she wants to put something in chat, she can. If she wants everybody to know who she is. If not, that's up to her. But yes, Got K is probably one of the closest people around me. I've got a handful of people that I trust implicitly. I wish it was digital too, Algo. I'm going to send in some feedback and see if they will sell a digital version. And I'm also going to contact them and see if, we get a certain amount of people, if they'll give us a group discount. Like, I know the code that's on there right now is, it's a discount, but it's only on the first box. I'm going to see if I can get a discount, like, for the season for people that want to do the game. And then, but I'm super excited about it. I do wish they would make it digital. I think they would make a lot more sales if they did it digital. I promise not to give spoilers if I can watch. Okay. I'm creative and fun. Oh, tell my teenage boys that. They don't think I'm creative and fun. They think I'm boring. Boring. Although, I'm going to recycle that, to be honest. Usually, on the weekends, my husband's schedule rotates. He does 4 on, 4 off. But used to, every other Sunday was a family Sunday. My parents would come over and we would cook out, or cook anyway, and we play board games and stuff. We're big gamers. So now that they've moved to Panama and they're doing great, for everybody that asks, a lot of you guys ask about my parents. I think it's sweet. They're having an amazing time. My mom swims 3 times a day. There's 3 pools at the condo, and she says I try them every day. I go to the different ones. They're having a really, really good time. But I'm going to play this with my boys. Since I'm going to facilitate it or whatever, I'm going to play it with the boys and my husband. I think it's going to be super fun. They have friends that live really close to us, the boys do. And one of them's name is Cooper, and he is obsessed with true crime. This is like, he's 14. He comes over and he's like, do you like serial killers? And I'm like, your mom is not going to like that you hang out over here. I can feel it coming. So he tells me he wants to be an investigator detective when he grows up. So he's always telling me funny stuff. Hey, did you know this about so and so? He is hilarious. I like Cooper. He is probably the best mannered 14-year-old I've ever seen. Told Elijah he could learn a thing or two. No spoilers. Yep. If you go to the Discord thing, make sure that you're tagged under the members and Patreon section. If I don't have you flagged for that part of Discord, just shoot me a message. And there's a Hunt a Killer channel. And I'm asking people if they ordered it and if they received their box. If you want to watch, just comment that you haven't ordered it, but you want to watch, so that I can divide people up so that all of the watchers aren't in one group, if you know what I mean. And we need to have people that have the physical boxes. Logistically, I think it would make more sense that way. I'll go. You descended a generation in 10 years. Yep. He is so funny. Yeah, I'm not. If you do not want your kid to watch true crime documentaries, do not send them to my house. Do not send them to my house. I agree with Rosie. Guy K is fab and lovely. I'm happy I have these good people around me. Yep, I got all my mods are amazing. I know every channel says that. I have the best mods. But you don't. I do. No, I think everybody has good mods. They have who they need. And if they don't, get some. It makes your life so much easier. If you have a channel, get good mods. Get people that you trust. Get good people around you. You are 12-hour days, Flame Lily. That's not right. I think that's about it. Yeah, it does it reminds me of Clue. Yeah. I'm trying not to scroll too far up. I'm just making sure I didn't go too far. I'm going to put a prize for whoever solves it or whatever. And eventually I want to give away one of the boxes. Maybe after we finish this round, I'm going to give away a subscription to somebody to come join us. It'd be super fun. Sweet Lassie, if somebody checked the history on your laptop, you'd think you were some kind of serial killer. No joke. You know how you get the personalized ads on Facebook and stuff from Google? I'm always being told, do you need a defense attorney? It's probably not today. They probably do think I'm up to something shady. No, being a mod's not easy, I'll tell you that. Being a mod for Paul has always been easy. Paul is easy. I'll go. You. Yeah. There's this one mod who, you won't go there. It's probably Algo. Are you that one mod who? I'm telling you, Algo keeps my Discord running. I am not a tech person. I couldn't do Discord if my life depended on it. I can type. I can't set crap up. He goes and gets bots for me. He makes channels for me. He rearranges stuff. He keeps our Discord going. If one of the mods wants to drop a new Discord invite, I always forget to update it because they run out every so many days. I don't even know how often. But if you're not in Discord, there is somebody in there. We've got people all over the place. There is always people talking in Discord. It's never quiet. We have a ton of people. do any of the mods know how many people are in Discord now? It grew quick. Like the Discord server blew up. And they're talking about all kinds of stuff. Yeah, Paul is funny all the time. Paul, if you're watching this, I hope your weekend is going well. I know he was driving today. It took you a month to figure out this little, yeah, the limit is 7 days for the invite. Okay. I need to remember to do that every Hearsay Live. Put a new Discord link in the description so it'll last me a week. Oh, that reminds me. I want to start doing a live on Wednesdays. I want to name it something fun so that it's not hearsay too. I thought about oral arguments. That might be a good one. Expert witnesses. Might have some people come on and do panels and stuff. A little bit different than we do on Sunday. What do you guys think? What's a good name? Is Wednesdays good for people? We seemed to, the last one that I did, it was just about summer. Somebody said we should just talk about summer on Wednesdays, and I'm like, I don't know that I'm up for all that unless they start releasing something. But there was a lot of people. Wednesday seemed to have been a good day. But I thought maybe if we did that one during the daytime earlier than we do, it might catch a different group of people. So if you guys are watching the replay on Sunday, is Wednesday earlier better for you? Let me know in the comments. And if you got an idea of what to call it, let me know. Oh my goodness, what time is it? Oh, we did an hour. Okay. So I've still got some time. What do you guys want to talk about? Do y'all have questions? I'll answer questions, or we can talk about whatever. We can talk about Mercedes. We haven't talked about Mercedes Lain. Did you guys watch that this week? Not necessarily my video, but just that case in general. Wednesday is good. Thanks, Rotary Dial. That's nice. I'll ask Jess what role you should have, and we'll do for what. Kathy. Yeah, she's a juror. You can, yeah. Everybody that joined today, White Noise Op-Ed, if you get in the Discord thing, we'll add you to the members thing too. Sandy Lee joined today, but she was already a Patreon, so she's already flagged. But yeah, Kathy needs to be flagged as a juror. And if White Noise Op-Ed jumps in Discord, she does too. I hope law enforcement does something. I would love to see a press conference. The only thing that I haven't made a video about that they have released in the past month, Leslie? Is her name Leslie from the TBI? Was it Leslie? Leslie or Nikki? I think it's Leslie. She came forward and said that Chris from the interview room was not requested to come in by TBI. And that's no shade to Chris. I think a lot of people assumed that he was requested to work on the case or whatever, and so they were clearing that up. I didn't think he was working for the TBI. So we've got an hour before he does. Is it another interview? Do you guys know? I know he's got a live scheduled for tonight. Isn't it another interview or another piece of the interview he already did with Dawn tonight, I think? And then the other thing that they released officially was the sheriff came on and said, we want you to know we have not and will not be using psychics on this case. We have not brought in, I think he called him psychic detective. I just thought that was funny. I'm not saying anything bad about psychics or whatever. I just thought it was funny that this little Tennessee sheriff made a Twitter statement about we have not used psychics in this case. It was like somebody came beating on the door. Why are you using my tax money? That's what it reminded me of. Oh, I think I scrolled up accidentally. Yes, my Discord is fun. We talk about we talk about everything. We've talked about COVID this week. We've talked about Afghanistan, I believe. Hell, that might have just been the mods. I don't know. Talked about summer, Mercedes. We always talk about Amber Alerts. There's a section for John Benet Ramsey, the Morphew case. The Morphew case is pretty busy. I figure that'll be firing up again. The Daybell case, obviously. We talk about that. I have a hard time, but I don't mean to keep taking it back there. I have a hard time talking about the Daybell case because I'm like, I don't remember what I know and what I don't know anymore. What's true and what's not, and what I shouldn't know. You know what I mean? And if it's true, I'm always having to ask one of the other mods, what do we know again? Yeah, there's a ton of good people. Algo brought, I don't know where everybody came from. It blew up one day, and there are 2 rules on the Discord server. It is number 1, be nice, and number 2, go back to rule number 1. I don't care if you talk about link other channels' videos. I don't care what your crazy conspiracy thing is, as long as everybody is respectful. And obviously, there's just crap you don't do. Don't dox people, stuff like that. I haven't deleted, blocked anybody, anything. It's just an open conversation. I've got practically 4 teenage boys. I have 3 and a husband. I don't have time to babysit, and nor do I want to babysit adults on a Discord server. We'll talk about, if you want to talk about something that's not on there, you tell Algo, and he will probably make you a channel. Oh, Peggy, that's awful. Somebody lost their dad and their husband one day apart. This is not good. The variants are kicking tail over here right now. I'm so sorry, Peggy. That's sad. My mom's college roommate, she was like my godmother. Her and my mom got married at the same time. They each had 3 kids, and all of us kids are only 3 months apart. So her daughter Amber and I are February to December, and then she has 2 youngers that are the same ages as my brother. So we spent all kinds of time together. And now that they're in their early 60s and their kids are grown and married and starting to have babies, they just adopted 5 kids out of the foster care system. Amazing. I think it was 2 sets of siblings, a 3 and a 2, and they've adopted all 5 of them this year. And they just posted pictures at the courthouse finalizing the adoption of the last 3, and then they got a positive COVID test like 2 days later. I'm seeing a lot of kids getting it. That's the scary part, because not a lot of kids are vaccinated. I don't know. This is not going to be a vaccination debate. Kathy says she missed everybody. Yeah, that is sad. Yeah. Did I miss the comment? I think I saw something. Yeah, what's that? Something highlighted? Oh, no, that was the thing I already read. I scrolled up again. Okay, do y'all want to talk about Mercedes? Because nobody else is asking questions about anything else. Did y'all watch the Mercedes Lain thing unfold this week? I guess it started last weekend, technically. Sunday, Mercedes Lain was an 11-month-old out of Indiana. Her parents decided they needed a break and gave this 11-month-old baby to, I've heard it both ways, a family friend or a relative. It was a guy, and his name was Justin Miller. And I guess he was going to keep her for a couple of days, and they went to a hotel. It sounds like drugs were involved on both ends. Justin Miller has previous charge of neglect of some kind of child neglect. I guess the story is the parents called 911 on Sunday when he didn't bring her back, and then they ran. Law enforcement said they could not find him. They weren't cooperating. They did a little press conference. They reported her missing. They did a press conference that law enforcement did, and I'm not sure whose mom it is. I believe it's the mother's mom, Tiffany. Her name was Tiffany Colburn. They're not married. And then Mercedes' dad is Kenneth Lain. I believe it's the mom's mom and sister did the press conference, and they're the ones that were really working with police, reporting her missing and all that kind of stuff. So they brought the Miller guy in, the babysitter, and his story just kept changing. And so he went to a friend's house and a girlfriend's house, and they both said they saw her alive, him with her alive at that point. And then he says that he woke up and she was dead. He had been doing drugs. He woke up and she was dead. And so he disposed of her body in a wooded area. I don't know that the location was significant in any way. It sounds like he just took her out in the woods in the county over, Stark County. And there's not a ton of information like what actually happened, what was in the probable cause affidavit. The only thing that they've said is he woke up and she was dead, and he disposed of her body, and then he took law enforcement to her body. So there's that. So they finally ran down the mom and dad, which was crazy because apparently the three of them had been, according to the probable cause affidavit, allegedly, whatever kind of disclaimer I need here, they had all been talking on Facebook Messenger all weekend. And it was like, how do you have a missing kid if y'all been talking this whole time? I don't know. There was a witness at the hotel that said that she was hysterical all weekend. So I don't know. Did she find out? Did he tell the parents that Mercedes died? I don't know. I don't know that they had anything to do with it. Just maybe poor decision making on who they left her with. But it was just, I'm so sick of seeing these babies, like, beautiful 11-month-old little girl with her whole life ahead of her over some dang drugs, and bad decision making. Maybe the drugs didn't kill her, but the drugs make people do really stupid things, especially when they get desperate. And that seems to be what we're seeing. And I think part of it is COVID and the lockdowns. This year has just been awful for people's mental health. And it's probably seeing COVID creep back in. That's probably what is at the forefront of my mind is, oh God, we're going to go back into lockdowns. And this is, nobody's recovered from the last year and a half. I don't think we're ready to do a lockdown again, no matter how necessary it is. It's going to be the kids that pay for it. I remember when the lockdowns first happened, I was telling Paul, when this lockdown happens, the suicide rates, the drug overdoses, domestic violence and child abuse are going to go through the roof, and you're not even going to see them. There are going to be kids that are missing that never get reported. The body count is going to be so high. And that's what we're seeing right now. We're seeing, kids that were doing school online, and then their parents said, we're moving, and then just don't register a kid somewhere else. And then there's nobody to even report them missing. Kids that were already in the system weren't seeing mandated reporters and stuff like that. It's just so sad. It seems like the kids in the foster care system got even less services than they were already deficient at that point anyway. You're not talking about kids that are at risk. These are kids that are in risk. They're already there. And then to cut down in-home visits in some states and not lay eyes on kids after they can't go to school and see mandated reporters. They're not going to church and seeing mandated reporters. If social workers aren't laying eyes on them, there's that. A ton of kids didn't go to the doctor, the dentist, anything, because everything was shut down. All of those people are mandated reporters. And so everything falls through the cracks. And then you've seen this year a huge amount of special needs kids, especially autistic kids, that came home because they couldn't get they couldn't go to school either. A lot of them their immune systems are compromised, or they're medically fragile or whatever. And so you cut those out of school if any of their therapies were stopped, that kind of stuff. And then they go home, and a lot of this is not like shade on the parents. A lot of their parents are used to having therapy and other people to talk to and help. And then to cut those resources out, it's got to be stressful. I can't imagine. And then we're seeing this whole rash of special needs kids disappeared or dead, or I think their parents are overwhelmed and they don't know what to do. And then, like I said, desperate people make really bad decisions sometimes. I can't. Oh, God, that milkshake's so dang good. I want another one. I know better. So what are you guys thinking about? Yeah. And not even just kids on mandated reporters. There were so many adults, like people that are in sobriety, they go to AA groups and stuff like that. All of that stuff got canceled. It was just such a bad year. It's so sad. I think we would all be astonished if we knew how many kids were actually missing this year. I think we would be shocked if we knew how many kids had gone missing and how many are dead that aren't even being reported. Nobody's noticed yet. That is so rough. I think that's what happened with the West boys. Do you guys agree? I think that's what happened with the West kids. I think they were never in that house that they were reported missing from. I would like to know why they were reported missing when they were. I have a feeling it had something to do with social services, because they had 2 biological kids, 2 adopted kids, which were Oren and Orson, and they also had 2 foster kids still in the system, not adopted. And all of those kids have been removed. But I wonder if it was time for CPS to check in and they had to report it, or it was right before Christmas, was family coming in and they were like, oh, we got to do something. I'm usually the really positive person, but I don't think they're going to find the West boys, unfortunately. It's so dang sad. It's so sad. And it's going to get worse. The kids, and this isn't a political thing, all these kids that are coming over the border are also going into the foster care system, and we didn't have enough foster families before, so that's going to be stretched to those resources. It's more workload for social workers. They need more parents. Yeah. Not at all in any capacity about the West boys. I don't think so. I don't think they're gonna find them. Absolutely not. Why would they just get rid of them? I don't know that they just got rid of them. It could have been an accident. And then it could be any number of things. Obviously, I don't know the parents. I don't have in. And, you know, if you try to find a reason, there's never a reason why kids are dead. A good one, you know. But I don't know the parents. I don't know what kind of incentive they would have, you know. So I wouldn't accuse them of murdering the boys. But it's weird when you have 2 disappear and 4 that don't. But it could be an accident, and they've covered it up. I have no idea. But they've been missing this long, and it doesn't look like that is going anywhere. Bye, Peggy. Thanks for being around. You only left your kids with your parents or my sister? Yeah. I hired a babysitter once for the boys, and I was so dang nervous. I never did it again. The only people that have ever kept my kids are their grandparents. That's it. That is it. Oh, another thing I did. What time is it? I don't want to keep everybody past the. Oh, it's only 1:20. Okay. Did you guys watch I did the other video that I actually managed to get done this week. Did you guys see the James Hutchinson video? Sorry. Yeah, that was rare. Yeah. So maybe I shouldn't have another watermelon milkshake. His family reached out to me after I covered, like, we talked about his case on Paul's channel. I didn't have a channel when that first came out, but his was one of the very first videos that I did about his case. Anyway, and his family reached out to me, and so I've been talking to them since March, and she gave me a heads up a few weeks ago that there was a plea deal, and I was like, are you sure that there's a plea deal? Like, I haven't seen anything filed, and their court date never changed, and it was still listed as a preliminary trial. And sure enough, they went, and the mom has taken the deal, which is enough to make you sick. I'm glad that the family doesn't have to go through a trial. But she pleaded. That does not sound like a word. Am I the only person that thinks that sounds like really stupid? Pleaded? Why isn't it pled? To unspecified murder and felony child endangerment. I think the child endangerment is only a maximum sentence of 36 months, which is stupid. And the murder charge, the minimum is 15 years. She has no past record, so there's no circumstance to make it worse. 15 to life. I mean, she could get life. I'll be curious to see what the judge does with that. If, like, they were tore up, the family. The family that I've spoken to it's James's dad's side of the family. James was an only child on his dad's side. So, obviously they took it really, this has been devastating, as you can imagine. But he was trying to get James before she killed him, which is heartbreaking. Like, why? You know, why? Why do that? If his own dad was wanting him, like wanted him, not just willing to take him, wanted him. Why kill him? Why do that? Right now, the aunt on the mom's side of the family has the other kids. He has 2 older siblings, right? 2 or 3, but they're on the mom's side of the family, so they have them right now. So the boyfriend, however, has a record a mile long, and it looks like he hasn't taken his deal yet. They're still trying to negotiate. He's trying to negotiate a 12-year deal. Dude, you ain't getting out in 12 years. And if the state accepts that kind of a deal and that judge signs off on it, I will be very upset. I'm upset that they weren't charged with aggravated so that it could be a death penalty case. I'll be quite honest. And the fact that James was the age he was 6, 5, almost 6. In most states, you would get a double sentence because the kid was so young. I know his aunt was really upset. Oh my God, what if she only gets 15 years? And I said, honey, prison will not go well for that girl. Will not go well. 15 years. Child murderers aren't welcomed when they come to prison, especially a woman. I don't know. They still haven't found his body, which is heartbreaking. I don't think his mom dumped him in the river. I think he's somewhere else entirely. I'm trying to get a hold of EchoSearch to see if they will come in, because they said that she dumped him in the Ohio River, right there on the border, right there at the Indiana border. So Midwest EchoSearch is right there. They haven't been called in. They've done, I think, 6 dives. And to be honest, I think the only reason they've done 6 is because Nyla Lattimore is also supposed to have been dumped in the same area. And his body hasn't been recovered either. So they're looking for 2 kids in the same spot, and they haven't found either. If you go back and watch my videos, James's mom took him to a wildlife reserve and put all 3 kids outside. And then she let them back in except for James, which I don't understand. And he had, according to her, held onto the door and got caught up, and she ran over him. The police at the time, they haven't really released discovery, but they said there was no forensic evidence to show that he was killed there. His aunt told me that they did not have his glasses. There was no broken glass, nothing. But in that reserve is a humongous lake. And I'm like, why would you? She said that she went back and put him in the car, the van, took him home, where he stayed for almost 2 days, dead in the house with the rest of the kids. And then her and the boyfriend loaded him up in the middle of the night and drove an hour and a half away to go dump him in the river. It just doesn't make any sense. It just doesn't make any sense. I'm hoping EchoSearch. I'm trying to get a hold of, put those 2 together, because the family does want some not closure. There is no closure in a crime like this. There's no closure. There's no justice. Good night, Miss Wee Lassie. I know it is so late for you. Hello, Allie Brewer. People are popping in. But like I was saying, if James Hamilton, the boyfriend, with his record, as long as it is, if he pleads guilty, and from what I understand, that's what he's decided to do. They're still trying to work on a deal. But they said that his minimum would be 36 years, even though hers was only 15. because he has so much other stuff going on before. That's just crazy. Can you imagine? It makes me so mad because I want them to be honest. Like, where is he? You know what I mean? I want that to be part of the deal. I want them to have to give whatever the rest of the family wants from them. But from what I understand, her rights to her other kids have been terminated or are in the process of being terminated, and they're trying to decide where exactly to place the kids in the family. So keep that family in your prayers. They need it. This has got to be horrendous to not have his body, to think right now, to think, oh my gosh, she might get away with 15 years. And I don't think she will. I don't think any judge in the world would only give her 15 years. What she admitted to was horrendous. What actually happened is probably worse. Not that I can really even imagine what is worse than that. It's just so sad. Yeah. I'm with you, Algo. It doesn't lessen the hurt in any way. But keep that family in your prayers. Happy thoughts. They need it. I'm sure Mercedes Lain, their family needs it. Her parents look very upset in their mugshot. I'll give them that. Whether they're upset that I don't know. Why are they upset? Are they upset at themselves? Are they upset they're in jail? I don't know. Are they upset because they lost a baby? Oh, in looking at that case, there could be another child. Has anybody heard that anywhere else? That Tiffany has another kid? I'll be curious to know if anybody else has heard that. There's some things on her background check that make me think she has another kid. She'll have to tell the truth to get parole. Yeah. Oh, I hope you're right. Are the Ohio judges really bad? Well, wait, the Pike County massacres or whatever they called them. Was that Ohio or was that Indiana? Pike County. Isn't that Ohio? Or they killed one family killed an entire other family over a custody of a baby. Was that Ohio? Yeah, that's not good if the judges are a joke. Y'all need to get new judges then. I used to live in Cincinnati. I was really young though. 4. I must have missed a question. Whose prelim got pushed back? Yeah, I've a whole big file on Gannon Stouck's case. She goes back to court in September, I think the 20th, if I'm remembering off the top of my head. I don't think we're going to see that. I think that's going to get pushed off. I don't think there's any way they've gotten her new counsel up to speed to do a prelim. I'll be surprised. We're not going to see it anyway. There won't be cameras in the courtroom. There's already a gag order on that case. Oh, another one for you people that have been here since way back. My very first video on Jaron Pridgeon. Do you remember him? He shot his brother, his girlfriend, and 5 of her 7 kids. Do y'all remember that? Out of Oklahoma. Stuff's finally moving for him again. They've decided to release part of the body cam footage. Very redacted, obviously. I decided not to get that. I was going to do the update, and I was like, I'm not doing that. I did release the 911 call. don't want that body cam footage. That's a nightmare. The mom lived. It was, I don't, I'll be curious if there's any kind of explanation that comes out of this trial. It was his brother that was a year younger than him. They all lived together. Him, his brother, his girlfriend, and 7 kids. Only some of the kids were his. 5 of the kids, from what I understand, are his, but he only shot. Ooh, what was that? I got a lightning bug in my bedroom the other night. That was interesting. Only 3 of the kids that were shot were his. So, not that I'm obviously shooting any of the kids was a bad idea, but she survived. He called 911 and handed her the phone. You can listen to that 911 call. It's on my channel. Way when I first started. Should have been March 25th, I think. That was a devastating case to cover, to look at those little babies. The oldest one was 9. He had a YouTube channel. I think it's been taken down since then. I did find his YouTube channel. I decided not to show the videos that were on it. The kids used to do like food challenges and stuff. Some of the older kids. I didn't put those in my videos or link to it, but it's heartbreaking to see these kids that just, they aren't there anymore, But anyway, he called 911, handed her the phone after she had been shot. She is trying to explain to them he is still standing there. And he stayed. He stayed in the daggone house until the cops showed up. He went to the door with a gun. Not smart. He probably wanted a suicide by cop. I'm not sure. Well, they were going to give it to him. They shot at him. Missed. Tiffany Coburn has 3 other daughters at 28. Really? Wow. I shouldn't say that. I had 3 kids by 25. Shut up, Jessica. Wow. Okay. So where are the other daughters then? Or if you know the answer to that. They shot at him and missed, and then that scared the crap out of him, so he ran, and then they stuck the dogs on him. He didn't get far. I guess they brought dogs with him. He ran, but he did not get far. He looked quite beat up when they took his mug shot, as he should. And then he pulled the crazy card for a little bit. They held up his case. I don't know if it was officially a stay, but he was being evaluated and I guess he had mental health records from another state that they were waiting on. So the case is moving again. They've decided, they did release part of the body cam footage and the 911 audio. They've decided no cameras in the courtroom. It's going to be shut down. Nobody. Not that that's one that I wanted to watch, but so far that's the only update. So that's the oldest case I've talked about anyway, as far as my channel goes, other than Gannon. So we'll see. I know this is a roundabout thing. This started with Gannon, and then I went to Jaron. We're going to see what happens with Gannon. I don't expect to see her actually go to a prelim in September. Yeah, I think he did want to be killed. You live 15 miles south of them. The Lanes, or them, the Pridgeon group. Oh, yeah, the Groves. Yeah, that comment's from Kirsten. I hope I'm saying that right. Ohio's where the baby was buried in the well. Are you talking about the Groves? Was it baby Michael Groves? I remember his mom's name was Jessica. That was a horrendous case. The parents went to trial together. Their oldest son testified, and it was absolutely heartbreaking. This case reminded me of that. The Groves and the McNabb Bells. Boy, that was a case. Did I tell you guys that they tried to appeal? The McNabb Bell group tried to get a new trial. Like, honey, we can't take another round 2 of that mess. Turtle suit and a family tree that goes straight up and down that they have to show you in court. My goodness. You don't know about where the other 3 kids are. Okay. Well, keep them in your prayers because they just lost a baby sister too. If she has them, I don't know. Pridgeon. Yeah, you live not far from Pridgeon. You know, I think I knew that. I think you have been on my channel since the beginning. Didn't you? You told me that when I covered it. I think you were telling me you wondered if anybody was going to cover it because it didn't get a lot of media attention. Yeah, the Groves. Wow. Trying not to sneeze. Okay. Yeah, that I watched the McNabb Bell trial with Paul. That was hilarious. Me and Paul, we have fun when we watch trials together. He does the voices. I didn't do this. You guys go check out if you don't know who I'm talking about. Reporting live from my sofa, Paul. He has a whole McNabb. He covered the whole thing. Go back and watch. Any of his videos are freaking hilarious. If you go to his channel and just type in the name Paul, he has one video that just says Paul. And if you guys knew Denise Rainey from, well, she was huge. Denise was huge into the Making a Murderer case. I never got into that. I never got into that one. She was huge on that case. And then when Daybell started, oh man, Denise was on that like white on rice. I can remember her messaging me around, it was during Christmas break, and I remember the first thing she sent me was Brandon Boudreaux's interview on the news about being shot at and how him and his kids were in hiding and that kind of stuff. And she's like, this is going to be a big one. And I'm like, what are you talking about? What is this? And Denise, like, we talked about that case forever. She covered the hearings and stuff. I can remember she was like, hey, I was a mod for Denise. She was like, hey, we're going to watch this hearing. It's another bail hearing. It's going to be like 15 minutes. And I was like, oh, okay. And here comes Mark Means with his train bandit bandana. Y'all remember? I called him the stagecoach robber. And it was like 3.5 hours. By the end of that, she's like, I'm not even listening anymore. She was cussing and God, I miss Denise. She was so funny. That woman, no joke. She had a binder. It was every bit of that tall. Every single piece of paper, information, document she could find, she printed it out and organized it. And I can remember, I think she had spoken to Annie, and Paul's got a lot of stuff going on. I'm not gonna announce nothing bad. I think you're gonna see Paul live again soon. He's got a lot of big stuff going on that he hasn't been able to juggle it. You guys are gonna see Paul go live again soon. Denise kept the biggest stack of papers you've ever seen, but I think she had spoken to Annie pretty early on, and I can remember her sending out messages on social media every which way, trying to get anybody who was at Yellowstone that weekend that they went to Yellowstone to send in pictures so that they could just search the background of everybody's pictures to find pictures of JJ or Tylee or Lori or Alex and see if anybody else was with them, just to kind of get a track on them. I can remember that was a really big deal to Denise to get people's Yellowstone pictures. Yeah, she was on fire. She She was on the Daybell case. Gosh, she would be. I remember when they told me that she died. I remember saying she'll find those kids. 3 days later, they did. She died on June 6th, and they found the kids on the 9th. And then I said she will absolutely haunt Letitia Stout too, because she was big into Gannon's case too. God, she hated Letitia. So when that story came out that Letitia was getting messages and her threats in her peanut butter, I said, that is Denise. Y'all know the scene out of the movie Ghost. After Patrick Swayze dies, he meets that really tall, funny guy in the subway, and he's trying to teach him how to interact with the world as a ghost. That is, and he's rolling the penny up the wall. I said, that is Denise with them fingernails. She is rotting in Letitia's peanut butter. God, she was so funny. Peace out, Girl Scout. She was a good one. They don't make him like Denise very much. Oh, shoot. She would have went to this Daybell trial. I'm telling you. I'm sure she's not really happy with what's going on right now. I'll leave that at that. Yeah, she was so funny. God, she was funny. Peace out, Girl Scout. Every time I hear about Letitia, like something crazy going on with Letitia. And if anything happens to Lori, I'll believe it was Denise. I remember it wasn't very much longer after, try to make this funny again, after they found the kids, the news started breaking that the guy in Germany I don't remember how the story went now, admitted to killing Madeleine McCann. Do y'all remember what I'm talking about? Or they were searching a new spot because they thought they had found who had killed Madeleine McCann, and they were looking for her body in like a shed, underneath a shed or something like that. I can remember saying that, like, Denise, now you're going to be up there for a while. Just slow down. You don't have to do it all in a week. Yeah, I think everybody hated Lori Vallow, to be quite honest. Still does. Yeah, Denise was a spitfire. I remember thinking, Denise, slow down. You got time. You got to solve them all this week. She'll find Jimmy Hoffa before it's over. I resonated with Denise a lot. She definitely had a heart for kids' cases too. I mean, she liked true crime, period, but she had a heart for kids' cases too. It takes not a lot of people can handle a lot of kid cases. I'm not sure what Chris, if you're asking me, I'm not really positive what Chris is talking about tonight. I am going to end this before time for that. It's called 40 Minutes. I believe it's 40. I think, don't hold me to it because obviously I don't know. I think it's part of the interview that hasn't been aired yet. I don't think it's a new interview, just something that they haven't aired yet. Oh, I don't know. She's my guardian angel. I'd be real lucky. She was a good one, though. She was a good one. Keep her kids. She had kids and grandkids and a husband that adored her. And God, Denise loved Halloween. I know that'll be hard. She loved Halloween. I swear sometimes she would do lives to talk to people just to show them how she decorated for Halloween. And she would rearrange it. It was never done. she would move stuff around. There'd be something else. You'd say, what else did you find? Yeah. Denise got sick. I spoke to Denise, and it was like she just started feeling bad, and we kind of thought she had maybe the flu. She went to the emergency room. They discharged her. They didn't keep her, and from what I've been told, she wanted to sit on the couch. She didn't want to go back in the house, and when her husband came to check on her, she was gone. It was really, really quick. But it was right during COVID when it was really kicking off. And I know that that's what they suspected, and it took a while for them to get autopsy and stuff, or the tests back, because they were really, really backed up during all that. So I'm not positive that came back positive or negative, but it was pneumonia kind of stuff. It was just quick. I do think it was COVID, but I couldn't say that 100%. I don't know that I ever heard the result. But it was super sad because she was so, COVID was a big deal to her. She locked her family down. Her family had a family business. Her kids went to daycare. Her grandkids, sorry. She said, nope, bring them to me. And so she watched her grandkids. They shut down her family business so that they weren't interacting with a lot of public. God, if you needed anything, she was like, I'll mail it to you. I got it all. She was toilet paper queen. Medicine, and she was super hyper vigilant about COVID and being careful, and masks and washing hands and gloves and the whole shebang. She was very, very vigilant about COVID. That's what made us so sad. Denise is Denise Rainey. She has a YouTube channel. We lost Denise a year ago in June. She covered the Making a Murderer case like crazy. And then when Daybell started, she really, really got in on it. So go back and watch her videos. Her channel is still up. She was hilarious. Like, if you want some gold, go back and watch her cover any of the hearings. She makes fun of Mark Mean so hard. It is so funny. Denise was so funny. Yeah, but go back and find her channel. I don't have a link to it. Let me see. I might be able to find it really quick. Let's see. Go back and watch her videos though, because they are hilarious. She did some videos on mental health at one point. Yeah, there she is. Thank goodness. Shoot, I might have to go watch them, you guys. Here we go. There it went. Is that clicky to you guys? Yeah, I see it now. She was so funny. But anyway, I'm going to leave it at that. So thanks for spending almost 2 hours of your Sunday with me. I'm going to try to get a live up. I'm going to try to schedule one of those for Wednesday. We're going to try a new time. So if you guys have input on what I should call it, I like oral arguments. I like expert witnesses. I don't know. Somewhere around in there. Come join the Discord server. Even if you don't like me, you can get in the Discord server. There's plenty of other people to talk to. We talk about everything. We talk about COVID. We talk about makeup. There's a food channel. We link recipes. There's an animal channel. We talk about our pets and funny videos. And every once in a while, my husband will come in chat, voice chat, and tell dad jokes. He's just something else. But anyway, I'm going to let you guys go because I know a ton of people want to go watch Chris over at the interview room talk about the Summer Wells case, and I am too. So I will let you guys go. Check the description box for the Hunt a Killer thing if you guys are interested in all that. Join the Discord. My membership thing and Patreon is in there and all that fun stuff. But other than that, I will see you guys next time.